Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Bandwidth for TWiT specials is provided by Cachefly at cachefly.com.
Pre-show for you guys.
Well, hello.
No cameras.
Well, get out of here. Oh, good. They're setting up a second camera.
Ah, very good. We should thank LiveView because that's the only reason you can see us right now.
You know, they make amazing things possible. I'd like to think that they are personally responsible for shrinking the entire globe.
Yeah. And right now, they're bending Jason's back, which it's like free chiropractor.
I told you, man, Jason looks like a freaking Ghostbuster. You're not able to see him right now on camera, but he looks like he's about to take out a slimer any second.
Yeah, see, now last year at South by Southwest, they had the live view, but Leo wore it and had the whole assembly. Are you sad that you missed that era?
I kind of was really curious because it was a bit of a juggling act. He had the live view on, and he was able to, and that's something you should point out. Like in this case here at TWiT, we're able to have cameras and operators and get the people, so we're able to look much more professional. But even if you just wanted to cover stuff by yourself, I mean, all Leo did was walk around with a monopod and a backpack and was able to bring the entire South by Southwest experience all by himself.
Yeah, I don't think, like, the 1, 2, 3, 4... I don't think the 6 of us can replace that.
That is awesome. Holy cow. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm looking over, and I see somebody's wearing a Diamond Club T-shirt. That is amazing.
Holy... I did not realize what that was. I heard the cheers.
He's got a Troll Pope T-shirt? Are you kidding me? This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. All right, this is the greatest moment of my entire life. Hold on. Can we interview these guys?
Absolutely. Let's start off our South by Southwest coverage brought to you by FreshBooks and Squarespace. I got it right. Now we get paid.
Holy cow. So what is going on? Hey, dude, I'm Brian. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason, it's good to see you. And you are?
Zach.
Zach, would I know you guys better by other names in the TWiT chat room?
Bleezymon.
Bleezymon?
Yeah. Jason.
And Jason. Awesome. I'll look for Jason. These guys are homegrown T-shirts with the Diamond Club logo. That's freaking amazing. Is that, you said that's with marker? Mm-hmm. And where did you get the Troll Pope?
He actually designed it. What's the site, man? Spreadshirt. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It on Spreadshirt, and I had to get it.
So we had a.
That's from Spreadshirt, or that one is?
That one right there is. Yeah, get a look at the Troll Pope. For those of you guys who don't know, on NSFW episode, a couple of episodes back, we had Am I a Troll? And of course, Ryan Connolly from Film Riot had to act as Troll Pope, which that's freaking amazing, dude. So did you guys know that we were filming here, or were you just out?
We were here for South by Southwest, walked around, saw you, and we're just like, whoa, TWiT.
It's freaking amazing. Well, that's cool. Well, we're going to actually walk the whole area and see. What have you guys seen? What's the best thing you've seen so far at South by Southwest? Anything yet?
I've been lost, just wandering, amazed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, where are y'all from?
I'm from Houston, Louisiana.
Where in Louisiana?
New Iberia.
Cool. So now you guys know that, of course, tonight, some of the big things, the Stubbs Barbecue, they're doing the Big Dig Nation Live. And, of course, that's free. You don't even need a South by Southwest badge. Did you guys even get badges? No. See, that's the amazing part. Like, people think they're like, oh, it's so expensive to come to South by Southwest. Every year, the very best parts happen in situations just like this where you don't need a badge.
Well, and one of the crazy things, this is the first year where it feels like Comic-Con. And whenever I've gone to Comic-Con, I've always ended up with a badge, but I never planned one in advance because you can just go and walk around and have enjoyment without ever going into the convention center. And if you turn the camera around, Jason, and you look up the street, you can see a little what I'm talking about. The convention center's to my back right now. That's the CNN Grill. That did not exist. They made their own restaurant.
Well, you got to be kidding me. That looks even more professional than the pop-up Apple store.
Yeah, and there's a pop-up Apple store. There was no Apple store in downtown South by Southwest. A slip of the tongue there. Downtown Austin. Yeah, so there's just the whole convention has just got out of hand and spread out beyond the limits. So you guys, I mean, you didn't hear this from me, but you could probably get into the panels somehow.
Yeah, it's been a whole day just sneaking in.
Elevators are guarded. See, that's the problem. Like, it's like we did 2 years ago, I did my lecture, How to Scam Your Way into Anything, as a talk at South by Southwest, and I was really thrilled. Everyone said nice things about it, but then it came to bite me in the ass because I was going to the VIP sections of these parties, and everyone else, I'm like, who are all these people in the VIP sections? And everyone walks up and they're like, dude, I totally don't belong here. I used your advice. Scam my way in, bro. This is awesome. And then I felt stupid.
And then you're like, quiet.
Shh. Get out of here. I ratted them out after
You turned them in.
You, Brian, I learned it from watching you.
One of the key lessons is don't brag to the guy who taught you. You're busted now.
We had a bit of the same thing. We had two people from New York who wanted to scam their way in halfway through the line at the Apple event yesterday, so it's familiar territory for sure. Where do you want to go? You want to check out the whole area here, the lay of the land?
We should go down to the entrance of the convention center here on 4th and Trinity, take a look what's going on, walk through the lobby, see who's around. I need to take off this ridiculously hot jacket.
It is massive, massive overload. This sensory explosion where it's not only the posters, it's not only people handing out free flyers or free beer koozies or anything. It's also stuff like gigantic freaking chipmunks here for no reason at all. Gentlemen, are you able to talk, or are you one of those not? You can talk.
GetAcorn.com.
GetAcorn.com. This is fantastic. So in case you need to know, what is in there? You got a bag full of acorns?
Yes, sir.
What? Let me take a look in here. Of course, I'd love some acorns. I always trust anything a giant chipmunk says to me, and as I'm being struck by another one. There we go. What do we got? Well, these are just actual acorns. This isn't a software package or anything. Is this? I just got acorns. Well, thank goodness. That's
Did you get something out of his nutsack there?
I did. I got some acorns.
All right, cool.
I got nothing. In case you needed acorns, this is the place to be.
What is acorn.com?
GetAcorn.com.
Oh,
Is that where
GetAcorn.
you can order. They're not even telling us. And I'm definitely being touched in my private parts from behind. That definitely just happened.
All right.
I think
Well-
that's my cue to push on.
Let's move away from the squirrels. See, there's a problem with that marketing scheme.
Leave definitely throwing acorns at us.
So if you're not staying at the Hilton, this is the place that you've come into South by Southwest. Everyone who comes from downtown Austin comes. There's a Marriott Courtyard over there, Marriott Residence Inn. A lot of people end up staying there. All the other hotels are kind of in that direction. So this ends up being the main entrance, except for the folks who are in the classy Hilton. They go across the zebra stripes over there. But when you come in here, you are in the lobby of the convention center. Unlike a lot of other conventions, you don't have to show a badge to get in there. That is one of the key cool things, because the good stuff happens walking around waiting for the panels. You only have to show a badge when you go into a panel. You can meet all kinds of people and network and talk to folks who are doing cool stuff just by walking in there and milling around.
This will be my third year at South by Southwest. First year I was given a gold badge because I was a presenter. Went to nothing. I think I went to the showroom floor just once to meet the people. Last year I encouraged everyone else to come out and not even bother to get a badge. I never got a badge. My plate was full beginning to end every day with network, where you still get to meet all the important people. And to be honest, the meaningful conversations you're going to have with them are not going to be from sitting and watching the panels. It's going to be from hanging out outside in the hallway while they're sneaking out to go grab a cigarette or something. That's when you're going to get to hang out with a Tom Merritt or a Robert Scoble, that kind of thing. And of course this year...
This is actually where Robert Scoble stepped on my foot one year.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was in my only has ever stepped on my foot, not talked to me club for a short period of time. Then I actually ended up talking to him, and he left Wolf Blitzer alone in that club.
Did Wolf Blitzer really step on your foot?
Yeah, in the White House press room.
He's probably over at the grill right now.
Let's go. Well, but then he'd be out of the club, because if we kicked his butt, he'd probably talk to me.
Well, you know what? We could just ignore him. We'll go like, ah, la, la, I can't hear you, while we're kicking his butt. How about that?
Kick him right in the... No, we do not advocate violence against Wolf Blitzer.
It's Wolf Blitzer. All right, which way you want to go? Let's dive into the belly of the beast.
Into the atrium, shall we?
Ditch these acorns. You know what? Here, maybe we'll plant a tree.
Right under a Chevy Volt.
You know what?
The electric car.
It's a very green message, because soon, oh my gosh, hold on real quick. Keyboard Cat has a posse.
Now, this is the other thing about South by Southwest, flyers everywhere.
We were talking about the investment that people put in it, and how, like, at this point, they pin everything on the ability to get attention at South by Southwest, so you have to go overboard on getting attention.
Do you smell that?
Oh my gosh.
It smells like a freaking country fair right now.
It looks like a country fair. Let's get inside before I have to buy a funnel cake.
Let's stop here and take a look. This is kind of the nexus, right? You go right that way, and you head towards the big halls, the main halls. That's where the trade show is. That's where registration is. There's a Screen Burners arcade is down there. And then if you head down that way, this is the exhibit hall. And that's an interesting difference. There's a difference between the trade show and the exhibit hall this year. But that's that way, and this is more towards the panels and things like that.
I got to admit, I'm a little bit tuned out. I'm wondering, this guy's giving out free hugs. I'm wondering if
it's a sign of the Comic-Conization of South by Southwest.
And I wonder if that's being made on purpose because you want to create this kind of festive atmosphere. So you want to allow the kooks to come in and do their nutty thing.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the case of the Acorn Gang, absolutely. But I wonder if at some point, because South by Southwest has a very good reputation for having quality content. Obviously, they want enthusiasm and excitement, but when it comes to like the film festival or whatever, you don't want to ruin whatever credibility you have by making it an entire zoo.
Well, and one of the things, too, is that the South by Southwest Music Festival, if you don't know, is the thing that kicked it all off. That started in the 80s, became huge in the 90s. And then in the mid-90s, they added film, and at first they called it multimedia, but eventually became interactive. And those are always the more manageable conferences. You like South by Southwest Music was just this insane overtaking of Austin, and then there was interacting film. You could kind of like it was small, and you could easily move around. I remember in 2006 I came here. They were sharing the convention center with a wedding dress trade show on the other side of the convention center. Now, this is bigger than the South by Southwest Music Festival.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit proud that of the two, between interactive and film, it's interactive that's getting insane first. That interactive is what's exploding, and it's creating this entire month-long extravaganza. I mean, it's 3 full weeks of just insanity here in Austin, Texas.
And film bridges the gap. A lot of the film panels are also interactive panels because, as we talk about on Frame Rate all the time, right, there's a big overlap between technology and movie making and television. So it's hard to tell how much of it is film and how much is interactive. Those two really blend together.
Absolutely, and it's not just, it's the medium of the storytelling, it's also the distribution of new media versus old media. A lot of interesting stories are being told not only on the screen but behind the screen as young filmmakers, people who are trying to make their mark and come out here. You really can still be a total nobody. Bring your project here to South by Southwest, meet the right people, and change your life and change the face of your medium, whatever it is you do.
All right, so we've given up on Brian's Love. Okay, let's take a quick break and thank our sponsor, FreshBooks at freshbooks.com. I am signed up, too, because I was having to invoice somebody twice, like once before you deliver, once after. Yep. And when I invoiced the first one, I had to go into Microsoft Word and make something that looked dorky, and I was like, really, this is a big company I'm invoicing here. Like, this is cheesy. And then I found out about FreshBooks.com. They actually allow you to make a professional invoice online. They will email it. They will create a PDF. It looks so super pro. They'll collect the money for you, too. By credit card, by PayPal, by check, however you want. You can even pay a little extra and actually have the invoice mailed in an old-fashioned envelope, if that's the kind of company you're dealing with.
But you know what I like about it is if, let's say, you're busy, you're doing your small business thing, you're not paying attention to who's paid you checks and who hasn't. FreshBooks does pay attention, and after 30 days, they send a reminder, so they're the bad guy. You don't have to be the one ticking off this big client that you have. You have those guys be the muscle to come in, and you're like, so when you're going to pay little Tom Merritt's?
And you can try it out for free. You get up to 3 clients that you can manage for free, and free cakes all through the month of March.
Yeah, birthday cakes, whether it's your birthday or not.
It doesn't have to be your birthday. They'll make it your birthday.
Think about it. You get everything that's great about a birthday without marching 1 year closer to your demise.
So you can't beat that. Sign up freshbooks.com and check it out. Shall we just march down the aisle here and see who we see?
On in, absolutely.
Come on. Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Hey. I'm glad the mic wasn't in your mouth just now. We are streaming live on TWiT right now. So, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Max. I work for HP.
Nice to talk to you. No, I'm just kidding. So what do you do for HP, and what are you doing here at the conference?
So I work on the website on the CMS side. It's boring, but they got me to this conference, so I'm happy.
So you work on the CMS for people publishing to the website?
Yeah, for the internal stuff and all the massive systems and all the back-end stuff, getting all of the 4.5 million products online.
So how do we get you here? How do you convince your managers? Because there's not a lot of back-end process, CMS talk going on. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm just trying to share secrets with others.
Tell them that.
I mean, with all of the back-end process CMS talk going on here, it's obvious why they say.
Obviously, yeah.
Hey, Max, thanks. Nice to talk to you. Cheers. Where are you going to be? We're going to be all around the convention center today, and there's an event, like some kind of flash mob going on we're going to follow. And then later tonight, after 9, we're going to be out and about with the parties. So at the Dig Party, at the Foursquare Party, all of the parties that are going on tonight, the Frog Design, all of those things.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Nice to meet you, Max. All right, cheers.
I've been a fan for a long time.
What's your name?
Jigger.
Nice. Okay. Nice to meet you, Jager.
Jigger.
I'm not going to say it right, am I?
Just call him Big J.
What's up, Big J?
Do you know Jay-Z's son, Jigger,
Jigger.
Yes, got it. You got it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were telling me the second one was pronounced with a J. That's why I was getting the algorithm wrong. So what do you do? What brings you to South by Southwest?
I'm actually from a really small town in central Pennsylvania. And, yeah, I came here last year, and it was fun, so I came here again.
Well, what brought you here last year? What got you into it at all?
Yeah, I did a master's in Inland at Birmingham City University, and they sort of sent me here to recruit American students. They thought, what better way to send American than to an American recruit students? So, yeah, and this year I'm all by myself here, so.
So you're just here to see the site?
Yeah, no one's paying for me to come here. Like, Matt's, HP, big guy.
He's looking at you, Max. Nicole Lee of CNET. When I came here the first time in 2006, I walk in and I'm working at CNET. Nicole's working at CNET. I see her and I'm like, "Oh, Nicole, did they send you?" She's like, "No, I'm on vacation."
That's what I'm doing. I'm on vacation, so get to enjoy it more. You don't have
And actually, I know, Jonathan Strickland from How Stuff Works is actually crashing at my house. This is a total vacation. He brought his wife, and he says it's so much more fun to even doing the exact same convention or experience that you would have done when it's your job, just being able to go where you want to go, do the parties as late as you want because you have no responsibility. That's one of the big questions I have. Like, what is it that you're hoping to get out of South by Southwest experience?
just to meet people.
So
And the parties.
with that, that sounds an awful lot like what you would do on a vacation still. But is there a certain number of people or certain specific people that you're hoping to meet?
Not really, especially because I'm just here for myself. So it's more just enjoying, just talking to people. Because I don't have to sell anything to anyone besides myself, I guess. But, I like what I'm doing now with my current job, so not really looking for anything expansion or anything.
Well, that's awesome. You want to duck in, and we're gonna talk to the folks over here at AOL Sessions. Or you want to talk to these guys? AOL Studios. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Good to see you. Hello. Can I borrow you for a second? Hey there. I'm Brian. What's your name?
I'm Lindsay.
Lindsay. Well, we're here. We're streaming live right now on the TWiT network. We just wanted to know a little bit about what you guys are doing with the AOL Studios here at South by Southwest.
Sure. So this year at South by, we are all about video all the time. So we've got our entire video wall, and behind this wall, there's a fully staffed production studio. So we are capturing amazing, amazing video content all week, and showcasing our 3 brands: TechCrunch, MoviePhone, and AWOL Music. So in the past couple of days, we've had some incredible interviews for TechCrunch and for MoviePhone. We had the 2 stars of Source Code come by yesterday.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Did you get to meet Jake Gyllenhaal?
I didn't get to meet him, but I did get to sit in a chair and watch the whole...
Did you get to smell him?
Almost came close enough.
So tell me now, you have 2 different goals while you're here. One, you want to bring home great content because you have all kinds of fantastic personalities, good characters. You can actually get great insights. But I assume there has to be a publicity and promotion aspect as well. You want to let people know about what you're doing at AOL Studios, right?
Yes, absolutely. And actually, that was one of my jobs before I actually came down and got on the ground in Austin. I was tasked with our entire AOL Studios South by Southwest brand campaign. So for those of you who have flown in to the Austin airport from all over the world, we took over the airport on the video screens.
I saw that. I remember seeing Kevin Smith and Kevin Pollak. That's you guys put that stuff up?
Yes, and we've been swapping in and out advertisements. So now the advertising that's live in the airport is all about our presence here at the AOL studio. We've got billboards in town. We've got ads in print publications. We have taken over over some hotels with door hangers, key tags. I mean, we really just wanted AOL to be everywhere.
So one of the things we were talking about is people invest so much time and money to making a splash at South by Southwest. You got 8 million people all vying for everyone else's attention simultaneously. How much of the work and money needs to be done in the prep work phase, and how much of it needs to be done while you're here? Is it a case where you need to lay the groundwork and then just ride the wave, or it's a case where you need to do everything and get ready, and then the moment this thing starts, you have to hustle nonstop all, 4 or 5 days of the conference?
Yeah, absolutely. So honestly, my best piece of advice is when you're doing events marketing, you really can't plan enough. You know, it's so spur of the moment. You never know who's going to end up showing up at South by the night before, they end up doing a speech, So we did a lot of prep work, but now it's day and night capturing content that's very, very spur of the moment. We tried to plan as much as possible, but there are some incredible people who have come by, done interviews with TechCrunch that morning of.
I would imagine that there are two things that are very important. One, of course, is to have lots of contingency plans, like what do we do if this person doesn't show up? But another interesting aspect that I'd love to hear about is I would imagine it's very important for you to track how successful your exposure has been. I noticed that on your video wall, you're tracking how many people use the AOL Studios hashtag in their tweets. Is that something you come back and you pour over the data after you get back? Or is that something that is just like a river? It's flowing over so fast, there's no way to keep track of?
I mean, one thing all of us know who are here at South by, it's that social media is about as real time as it gets. So that's another part of our jobs. We're not going to go back when we get home to New York and to Virginia and to LA and look at the tweets. Then we're going to look at them nonstop, real time. We want to see what people are saying, how we can adjust to make people happy, what they're loving, what we can do more of, what we can do less of. It's more when we get back home, when we'll go look at how many times our videos were streamed. What did people love? What were the comments? What did people love on the ground? What did people love at home who couldn't make it down to Austin this week?
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Lindsay. You guys are fantastic. Best of luck at South by Southwest. And we have a special guest. Holy cow, it's Jeff Jarvis. How are you doing, Jeff? It's good to see you again.
Every year we see each other at South by Southwest.
I know, this is the only time we see each other, right?
Good to see you.
Well, and I know how many friendships must you have developed over the years with people that you only see at conventions like South by Southwest.
Or to the point now that they're old friendships, but you only see them here. Like you.
Yeah, like the two of us. We go way back. Oh, how we remember the meat of Fogo de Chao.
Meat.
That's right. Oh, man, it was so good, dude.
Up the red light. Yeah. Man, I never realized how short you were until Jeff showed up.
Thank you very
That's
much.
why he does the hair, so
There's a reason I get 2 inches up here and I get 2 inches down here. Then we're in the blitz.
Of course, Jeff Jarvis, host of This Week in Google with Gina Trapani, she's having a party or something tonight going on. Some kind of event, isn't she?
She didn't invite us? Me?
Gina? No, am I missing? What is Gina's thing? What is Gina's thing tonight? Oh, she's having a Think Up meetup right now that we're missing. We're being mean to Gina because we're blowing her off.
Sorry, Gina. Gina's never mean, yes.
Yeah, I know.
She's the nicest person on earth. No, actually not. She's not the nicest person on earth. You don't know, behind the camera, there's a very nice man who's holding up the backpack. That's the nicest thing. Kind of like Sherpa duty. It's really, really nice that he's doing that. Just bearing the weight. There's a great metaphor here for life. You need someone to bear your weight of your backpack. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Jammer B back there. Those of you who know. Man.
There we go. Credit where credit is due.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Jammer B.
But that's okay.
All right, I'm going to stand like this now for the rest of this interview. Yeah, and you were tall. I met you last year, but I couldn't remember. I think you were sitting down the whole time. So what are you here for?
The tribe. Right? That's what it is. It's a meeting of the tribe. This year is kind of insane. It's bigger than ever. Somebody said on Twitter, how do I act like I'm an old veteran? And I said, as soon as you get there, you start complaining how it wasn't like last year.
I started doing that in 2006. I had never been to the interactive portion before, only the music.
This year they have us in ghettos, kind of. My talk Monday at 5 o'clock on publicness, privacy, and my penis is over in the Hyatt, which is the other side of the river, which is ridiculous. And so they kind of split up the hallway, even though the hallway is jammed.
Well, in 2006, I don't know if you remember, I was mentioning this earlier, they split the convention center with a wedding show, like a wedding dress show. Now they've got the whole convention center and how many hotels? I don't even know.
It's all over the map, Hell's Half Acre. So it's great that it's growing, but you wonder what the point is where it just tips over.
Yeah, what does that do to the tribe feel? Because I know in the past you could come here and you would see, oh, look, there's somebody I know, there's somebody I know. Now it feels more like Comic-Con where there's just a mass of people.
It's a lot of people, and that notion that everyone is going to pass right by here, if you want to see everybody just stand right here, is not true now because they may be over in the Hyatt and the Hilton and the Radisson. And, you know, I walked by the TGIFs today and pity the poor band that has to play there later this week.
Well, and then what about what is South by Southwest about, right? You know, that's always been a question because it grew out of basically, you know, CD-ROM manufacturers coming and talking about multimedia in the mid-'90s into this sort of amorphous interactive where some of it's social networking because that's gotten hot, but there's also just talk about the effect of the internet on communication. There isn't a main thread, or am I missing something?
No, I think you're right. I think it's the culture of it, right? I hand out fewer business cards here than I do anywhere. Right, and there's a seriousness to the discussion. I went to one this morning on privacy, and I was ready for it to be the same old crap I always hear, but it wasn't. It was a serious discussion, smart people, and that's what you tend to get here. The control freakiness of the you know, the showrunners can drive you nutty, the size can drive you nutty, all this stuff. But there's something about how South by Southwest attracts people who care about this.
And some of the best conversations are not even in panels. They're the ones going on right out here or in the bar later on. We talked about that a lot. What are some of your favorite discoveries or discussions that you've had here at South by?
Every year it's usually someone I know a little bit, and we end up in a discussion and I learn something new, and it's different every year, and that's what's fun about it. You have a chance to talk for 10 minutes or an hour, and it's kind of just great for that.
If someone wanted to destroy social networking, would they just target Austin right now?
No, AT&T, and that'll bring down Austin.
That's true, actually. You just target it. Go for that one lever that moves everything else.
I guess now you got to hit Verizon too, but that'll do it. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff. It's great to see you. Yeah. All right, I'll see you later on today. Yeah. Can't wait for the meat. I'm gonna fogo the chow.
Go to chow, of course. Austin Barbecue. You see everyone over at the Ironworks, and of course Rudy's Barbecue right here in Austin and San Antonio. Where do you want to head next here?
Well, we want to head to thanking Squarespace.com, the fast and easy way to publish a high-quality website or blog.
I've never heard of this Squarespace. Tell me about them. They sound very weird.
Really? You've never heard of Squarespace? You know, you can be either a CSS expert or a beginner and start a blog. No, come on through. It's fine.
No, go ahead and walk across. It'll be good. No, it doesn't ring any bells. I mean, is it good? Well, like for someone like me, let's say I wanted to make a website, and I wouldn't know the first thing about how to take my pixels or my HTMLs or my CSSs.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you knew about drag and drop. You can just kind of pull elements in, and they have Flickr widgets, and you can import your blog and all of that. That doesn't ring a bell?
No, but I got a buddy who has a WordPress blog. He was trying to get me on that system. What should my buddy do it? What could he do?
Well, he could export his WordPress blog into Squarespace, try it out for free for 14 days, and if he didn't like it, he can export it because you get data portability, or he can just leave it in Squarespace, and he's got all of his data structured in there.
Wait a minute, you're saying it's free for 14 days, right?
Yes, that's right.
So what, you got to give him a credit card?
No credit card required.
And then they sign you up on some spam list.
No, they don't do that.
It probably takes a long time, though. You probably have
No, you pretty much start in.
20 minutes to fill out a bunch of
No, it's a few minutes. You just import, done.
Well, it's not like someone could have opened a site, Tom and Brian do a Squarespace read.squarespace.com in the time that we did this.
They could have opened a couple.
Really?
Yeah, this is a long read.
Wow, this is a heck of a service. I'm going to have to try out this Squarespace.
Yeah, you should. You should try it out, or just check out some of their examples, like Tom and Brian do a long Squarespace read.squarespace.com, which I'm sure, if looking in the chat room, is pretty much close to done. So,
we should actually say our friends over at Squarespace have a food truck where they were offering free food all day, every day here at South by Southwest. Today, do you know what they're doing? It's bacon. It's donuts with bacon crumbles on them, covered.
You had me at bacon, and then you added donuts
in maple glaze. How
is someone gave you bunny ears just now?
It's right. Well, good. They're just two more spikes to the pile. But in fact, we should probably make our way over to visit Mark B over there.
Yeah, we should. Let's. Should we wander this direction? And should we wander this direction?
Tonight, the big dog, the 800-pound gorilla, is, of course, the Revision 3 party.
There's an 800-pound gorilla showing up? I can't wait to see it. Oh,
it's a metaphor. It's called a metaphor.
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, it's the largest, most important party that can pretty much go anywhere it wants and do whatever it wants.
What party is that?
It's the Revision 3 party. They're doing Dignation.
Oh, so you think Kevin Rose is fat?
I'm saying that together.
He's 800 pounds?
I believe everyone.
And hairy? Like a gorilla?
I think what I'm trying to say is that everyone performing on stage together weighs 800 pounds.
Right. I think that's actually true.
But
online record database?
I don't even know what that means.
No. What's the online? What's the ORDB?
Oh, the URDB.
URDB. I always say oh.
Yeah, our friends at the Universal Records Database are going to be there. Yeah, I'm performing my a bit of my stage show. We got the URDB. We're going to break some records live. Got fantastic.
Like most pounds on stage?
You know what? That'll be the first one. The closest to an 800-pound gorilla live on stage will be the record that we break. But, you've been out to the previous years at that party, right? And I think we're going to try to cover part of it live.
Oh, yeah. Last year, Leo crowd surfed at that party with the live view on his back. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve to top that this year, but I know he's going.
It's always a party. And if not that, of course, there's a million other events going on. A lot of them, you can get in just with your badge. They want to scan to get your information. Hold on. What's going on?
Hey, let's... Hey, how's it going? No, come on in. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Tom. Nice to meet you, too. I have seen it. Yes, you're very good.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm having a lot of fun working with Callie.
You could have anything but fun working for Callie.
She actually was on the web. On TV. She did a show on the local news about web stuff, websites, viral videos, and now she's working solely for us.
So you went from a local audience to an international audience.
Exactly. Television to the web. You can't get any better than that, right?
So have you been to South by Southwest a bunch? Or?
No, this is my first time here, so I'm overwhelmed. There's so many people here, so much going on. I love it. I really wanted to go last year, but my television boss wouldn't let me go, and so now I'm here.
Well, let's tell her how it used to be better in the years past, and and how it's totally been ruined now by all the new people. No, it has blown up though. It's crazy how big it's become.
Yeah, it's gotten huge. Last year I was just saying outside. Last year, I thought it was crazy. This year it's crazier. I heard that there was a jump 17,000 people to 25,000 people.
It's a small town, right?
No, all fit in.
Actually, that's 5 times the town that I grew up in.
What town was that?
Greenville, Illinois.
Wow. But it's good, I don't know. At some point, does it get too big?
That was what we were just talking to Jeff Jarvis from This Week in Google, and it's one of the things he was saying is it's gotten so big that you can't just stand in the lobby and see everyone pass by anymore because there's some people over in the Hyatt now, there's in the Hilton, they're in the Radisson. It's growing by leaps and bounds. So, when you lose that intimate feel, what do you think you get in exchange?
Well, I'm actually meeting a lot of new people this year because I am seeing less of the people I know. So that's maybe interesting. Definitely interesting. Hi, all new people. But one of the things I was actually very disappointed about was the expo floor. It was open on the weekend last year, but not this year. And I was scheduled my life at South by Southwest around being able to go to the expo floor today. So I've been forced into meeting new people and kind of opening myself up.
And you came in without knowing what to expect, I imagine. And what are you pulling out of this so far? What is your favorite part?
Well, what I love about it is how easy it is to meet other very interesting people. All of a sudden I'm on TWiT. How do you... It's stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah. But, it's just things like that, meeting people, talking to all these different startups and doing interviews. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that you said that you could just be walking around the corner, all of a sudden you're live on TWiT. It really is almost a magical wonderland where anything can happen. You can run into any celebrity at any party. You could suddenly be live on any kind of live stream or anything like that. And speaking of which, I actually have to bow out. I've got to do my sound check over at the Rev 3 party over at Stubbs Barbecue. So I'm going to go over there and get set. Nice. But here, you guys, are you coming out to the Rev 3 party? Of course you are, because you're on Revision 3. Awesome. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Everyone does the co-fungulation where everyone now I'm going to do you, and now you're on my stream.
Yeah, I know. So you've got the Geek Beat mic, and the camera. We should just cross shoot each other or something right now.
All right, well, I'm going to head on out. Thanks so much, Tom. I'll catch you later on.
All right, thanks, Brian.
I'll see you guys at the Big Dig.
Fun at the show.
On. Take care, guys.
All right, bye.
I was actually just with the Vidler boys. They're in these, what do they call them?
Thuggies. It's like a Snuggie, but not all the way down to the floor. It goes down to about here, and it has a pocket for an iPad way down there. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So when you grab your iPad, you go like this.
Yeah.
It's very,
Very thug-like. Yeah. I don't know. But they were rapping, so it was interesting.
cool video.
Yeah, you see? Did you see the squirrels outside too, throwing nuts at people?
What were they promoting, though?
All they would do is give us the name of their website. They wouldn't tell us what they were for.
What was the name of the website?
I don't even remember.
Oh. Well, see?
Because they didn't tell us what it was for. It didn't stick in my head.
You know, I think more companies need to pay attention to what the companies here do wrong, because there are so many people promoting something, and there are so many, question marks in my head.
So they were throwing stuff,
What does that do? That doesn't do any good.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, but I'm going to let you guys go because I'm sure you got places to go. But before I do, let people know about your shows and where they can find them.
My show is called Webbeat TV. You can find it on webbeat.tv, iTunes, YouTube, or pretty much everywhere.
Thanks so much.
And Geekbeat TV, geekbeat.tv, and now I can't talk. Twitter.com/Callie Lewis, Twitter.com/Pelpina. And we're also doing Geekbeat Live every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. All right.
Thanks, Kelly. It's great to run into you and great to meet you. Yeah. Take care. All right. So we're just gonna hang out and see who passes by, see what goes on. I'll take some chat room comments while the chat room's actually cooperating. The chat room here, you got to figure that the connectivity is not great, right? In the middle of a big conference like this. I'm on 3G AT&T. I got 2 bars, and essentially what happens is the chat room goes in spurts. It goes in huge waves where I get 1 comment, then I get 2 comments, and then it just goes boom past. So if you're asking me something, I'm only seeing it every so often. The connectivity here is much improved over past years, though, I have to say, because you actually can get connected. Well, look at you.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well,
I was just, thank God you're here. I was just standing next to Jeff Jarvis, and he was really making me feel short.
Yeah, well, here I am. So, Tom, I've got this ear infection, and you guys told me to take Sudafed earlier. Now I'm crazy.
Yes. Well, you're crazy, but has it helped your ear?
No.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Now I'm just a crack addict with an ear infection. Yay.
You didn't mix it with bleach, did you?
No. Is that going to help?
No, wait, don't do that.
So, I don't want to give anything away, but I had tweeted out a few minutes ago that anybody who would want to watch the live stream of TWiT just might want to watch it pretty soon.
Yeah.
No reason.
Okay.
Just
Well,
thought I would reiterate.
We should always be encouraging people to watch the stream.
You're watching the stream anyway, and if you're watching it right now, then you're doing it right. But
You're winning.
it's just I'll just leave it at that. I have to walk away now. But I'll be back. I'll be back in a few. I got to go meet a guy about a thing.
You gonna see a man about a horse?
No, not that.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that's interesting. So I guess we're gonna go this way now. Just see what happens. Uh-oh, what's this? It's a man in a wrestling costume singing. What do you think? Is the girl a plant? She's in on it. You can tell. How could he have a look on his face with that mask? There is some music, but you probably can't hear it. It's from a very small boombox. I believe it's some sort of surf rock. Get on in there. I can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're continuing to cover this is so you know exactly what is involved in a flash mob if you've never seen one before. And may you never have to see one again. It's true, there are more people filming this than participating. What if this wasn't a flash mob? What if this was really just happening?
I think so. I think that's exactly what's going on here. This just happened.
Oh my God.
Oh, now they're taking off clothes. Free hugs guy got in on it over there. Yeah, how many of you are enjoying this, and how many of you think this is utterly embarrassing?
Do we have live chat? Oh, no way. We got Yul says too many clothes. Hipsters losing. Quite a bit.
Embarrassing and fantastic? Would that make it embarrass-tastic? The problem is, now we can't get out. I see Jeff Jarvis trapped. He's pinned over on the other side. That's it? That's all that happened? Well, did she fall over in her, I know she's tripping on Sudafed right now. She may have wandered off. So there's those kinds of things that happen at South by Southwest as well. Fair warning, those of you in the chat room who are saying this was embarrassing to watch, you have to be prepared for that if you're going to come to South by Southwest, you know. On the other hand, a lot of you thought it was fairly fun. Not as many of you, but a lot of you. I mean, I think I saw 2 or 3 comments. I'm not, it could be the bandwidth. I'm not getting all the comments. But, yeah, so now we're free to go. Oh, thank goodness. Well, let's head out and go across to the tents where the scotch is. Oh, you mean one of these?
How'd you get that?
A guy over here just, I don't know, he just gave it to me.
I was going to give you a glow stick, but you have one. You want 2?
Sure. Well, you know me. I'm a raver.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd like it.
But I'm a raver from way back because people don't rave anymore. That's how far back you know it is.
They gaga.
Fanning herself, was she part of the mob? Did you have disco clothes?
Did I have
these look like disco clothes?
Well, everybody took off their shirts and then they had disco clothes.
Well, I don't know. I had a very important role.
Yeah, you were the second up.
I know. Yeah, I was really nervous. If you guys could, if there was a body heat camera that could be pointed at me, I'd be exploding.
And I'd like to take this moment to ask Fleer if they would like to help sponsor our coverage. We will do infrared cameras like that.
Yes, I'd embarrass myself further. I mean, what's left to lose?
So what did you think? Because I was watching the chat room, and frankly, 90% was like, this is hard to watch, embarrassing.
Really? Oh, I thought it was fun.
We had a good number of people in there that were like, this was fun, I liked it, it's cool. One person called it embarrasstastic.
Well, that's kind of the point, in a way. When you're part of a flash mob, you have to be excited to embarrass yourself. I mean, that's what you're doing.
Now, over here we've got Chevy. I don't know if we should take a look at this, though. The Chevy Volt is plugged in. Let's go around to the side that it's actually plugged in on and take a look. If you've never seen this before, it might be kind of cool. We've shown it off at CES and places like that. But yeah, here we go. This is the Volt actually plugged in. Right here. So you've got the charging station that they install, and that's how you fill it up right there.
You know what I wonder? It's like this would be the perfect thing for me because I do a lot of commuting. I cannot pay $60 to fill up my tank one time more. It's a real bummer. But if you live in a garage, an apartment building, where there's not a plug right next to where my assigned spot is, what do I do?
Well, they will install it for you. I know that, but depends on the garage whether that's a real, practical option or not.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get your landlord to sign off on it and understand what you're doing and why it's a good idea.
It's a good-looking car, though, don't you think?
It's really nice. It's really high class. I love it. Got the nice leather seats inside. It's a cool ride. Looks big, too, because you've got the hatchback, so the back seats actually have a lot of leg room.
Love me a hatchback, because you can put the seats down.
Indeed.
And turn a small car into a truck.
Is that what it is?
A little bit, yeah. More of a Camaro or
It's a truck. There was an old
El Camino.
It's a car. It's a truck. No.
It's an El Camino. All right. We were headed over to the tents, though, before we got distracted by this. They have a bunch of tents across. It's like a tent city across from the convention center with a bunch of stuff. So... Oh, you got to go? Yeah, you're off to go do iPad today.
I got to go. Yeah, where am I going? Oh, I'm going to the Mac store. How do I get there again? I'll go with you. Okay.
You're going to the Mac store to get makeup? The Apple store.
iPad store. Pardon me, Tom.
Go record some iPad today. So there you go. We got iPad today on the hoof for you. They're not going to stream that live because they're really just doing wraps at that pop-up Apple store. If you didn't hear about that, it's right over on South Congress and 6th. Apple went in and took over the first floor of the Scarborough building here temporarily. I hear they have it for 2 weeks, but I think they're only going to open it for 3 or 4 days. All they're doing is selling iPads. Looks like an Apple store inside, but all they have is iPads and a few MacBook laptops for you to activate your iPad. So that's where a lot of South by Southwest attendees are going to get their iPads bought and activated. And there's been a constant line. Yesterday was the crazy line, obviously, for the launch. Today, though, there's still like 40 or 50 people in line at all times. But let's, before we head over to the tents, thank FreshBooks for their sponsorship. FreshBooks.com, if you don't know, is an easy invoicing solution. Ton of professionals here, ton of freelancers here, and those people need to be able to easily invoice lots of different companies but look professional while they do it. And FreshBooks.com provides that for them. It's an easy way to do a professional-looking invoice. They can email it, they can fax it, they can send it in all kinds of ways for you. And they do the billing for you, so they can take payments by credit card, by PayPal, get you the money however it's easiest for the person you're invoicing to pay. They even send reminders if stuff is late, and they'll even, for a little extra charge, mail an envelope. If somebody's like, I don't do email invoices, got to have something on paper, they'll do that for you as well. You get 3 clients for free. Try it out at FreshBooks.com, and if you sign up all through March, every day they're giving away a birthday cake, and it doesn't even have to be your birthday to win one. So, hey, why not? The cake is not a lie with FreshBooks.com. Check them out. Thanks for their support of our live coverage of South by Southwest. And we're going to head over to find the scotch. I know it's somewhere. Oh. So, yeah, you find a lot of people at South by Southwest who do lots of different things. Oh, hey, Brian. What's up, man?
Oh, Jason, I love you.
Oh, hey. Oh, what's going on?
I thought it was Liv Boo. How are you?
I was right behind you talking, and you ran over to Liv.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So how's it going?
Rude. That's rude. It's going good. Yeah. Is it your first day?
This is first day of coverage. Got in yesterday. How about you?
I got in yesterday. No, today. I got in today.
You got in this morning?
Wait, what is today?
Saturday.
I got in yesterday.
You got in last night.
I did a panel yesterday that I've already forgotten.
So you've been here for days.
I have.
You live here.
Yesterday was like a 30-hour day, and then I kind of forgot that it turned into another day.
You just don't go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the key.
Or I slept too much or something.
Do you have any more panels?
I haven't gotten to any panels except for mine. But I did a really good panel about education and the education crisis. So I felt like I did my good deed for South by Southwest, and then I could just party for them.
Yeah, and you're done with panels now.
I'm done.
But you've got Buzz Out Loud on Sunday at 6:30.
Yes, Sunday at 6:30. The live stream will be cnet.com/live. And then, of course, if anybody's in Austin. I can't believe you guys scheduled your stuff at the same time as our party.
Well, TNT is at 4.
Oh, good.
And TWiT is at 5.
Yeah.
And then Buzz Out Loud's at 6:30.
Look at that. It's like a perfect day of programming. Oh, my goodness.
What else are you going to do with your Sunday? It's must-see Sunday.
It's must-see Sunday on the internet. That's awesome. Are you going to come?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be there.
You're on the list.
You're on my list, too.
Aww.
Where'd BT go?
I don't know.
He doesn't want to talk? What are you doing?
I'm talking to Liv.
We're just talking about your show and all.
Your show?
We're pimping our show.
Our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours, remember?
I guess, yeah, it's been transferred over, right? Very.
Like, this is awkward.
Yeah, no, I'm not here in the middle. Are you talking about the one on Sunday night?
Yeah.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Whatever. Did you mention the churros?
There's going to be churros.
Free tacos.
You definitely want to make it.
Free churros. I wish you guys could come.
We are. Yeah, see, that's the part you missed. They're not scheduled at the same time.
Beautiful! I know. There's like his show, and then TWiT, and then our show, like all in a row.
And you're not even far from where we are. We're at Momo's.
I'm excited now.
Now, you're South by Vet. You've been coming here for years.
I guess, is this year 2 or 3? Three, yeah. So, you know what? The thing that you notice the most out of everything is, like, I remember 3 or 4 years ago, it felt like the crowd was about, like, a third of the size. But now, you've been on panels here, but now there's so much more energy around social media, around new media. Everyone's into it. Most people that we've talked to are here for the first time. So you can tell there's a lot of energy around. I mean, you just walk in the conference and you're like, what is going on here?
There's kind of almost too much energy, I'm not going to lie. It's feeling a little bit like CES. It's just packed.
It's like a slice of CES or a bigger slice of Comic-Con.
I know. I was actually thinking that they are starting to feel like the same show. I think that South by Comic-Con thing, they're starting to come together.
They're starting to overlap different content, obviously, but I mean, I've never seen so many corporate events going on outside the convention center.
Now you have like the Sony trailer, you have the Pepsi stage,
the CNN restaurant,
the grill.
What is that? That is like the weirdest thing ever.
Do they have the Anderson Cooper burger?
Ooh, zoom in the wild, zoom in the wild.
Sorry.
I want the Wolf Burger.
The Blitzer shake. The Blitzer shake. Blizzard. Blizzard.
Blitzerger. Oh.
All right. Well, we're going over to the Scotch.
Okay.
McAllen has a tent.
I'm gonna go with it.
It's like right around the corner here.
I am joining the team.
Welcome aboard.
Transitioned.
If there'd been scotch on the table all along.
Why was there not scotch on the table, Leo?
All right, have fun at the Scotch tent.
It's great to see you.
I know.
Yes.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And hopefully, are you going to be out and about at the parties tonight?
Oh, yeah, we're doing this until about 6, and then we take a break, go get some dinner, and we come back online at 9. Leo and Lisa Bettany on one team, me and Sarah Lane on another, just hitting all the different parties, walking around.
All right, go to Cheeseburger. We'll see you there.
All right, Cheeseburger, yeah. I'll text you to make sure you're okay to be on camera.
Okay.
No. You sneak attack her when she's in her finest moment.
I know. Did you get my butt on camera? Because that was not what I read.
An Asian blushes more than an Asian blush does, all right? That's how you know you got to interview her. That's all I'm saying.
When my chest is all red from my one beer, that's when you want to talk to me, when I'm like, hello.
All right, well, have a good time. We'll see you later. All right. Bye. Mollywood, Brian Song, Buzz Out Loud, bol.cnet.com. So if you're registered for South by Southwest, you put on your badge, you come over here. They've got a lounge up there. Obviously, little line forms sometimes, but they do free food, they do free drinks. As I mentioned, McAllen has a thing in there. And you could just kind of relax and hang out. And there's lots of stuff like this. This is the official South by Southwest one. But all around the town, people are doing similar sorts of things. Groupon had a food cart. Squarespace has a food cart that I wanted to get over to, but we never did. So, maybe we should try to take a look at that. But I just wanted to take a look. I'm going to come back here and get my McAllen, because otherwise we just stand here. That's not good TV. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and see. We'll see if we can sneak in as a media entity. I might have to pull out my badge, though. I haven't been wearing it. We need Brian Brushwood back is what we need to be able to make this happen. All right, chat room. Let's check in with you and see what's happening while Lynn does her magic. They're going to be like, no way, man. You can't do that. Wait to see if we get the high sign. Oh, she got in. Oh. I want to take questions from the chat room about what we're doing here, and I can't get the chat room to connect over the South by Southwest Wi-Fi. Obviously, it's like there's a train now in Austin. That's what you're hearing here. So this is our first coverage. This is our first peek. We're just showing you what's going on around the convention center. We'll go back, whether we get in here or not, we'll go back in and we'll take a look back towards the panel rooms and show you that before we head out of here. Because I want to see, once you get to see what the actual convention looks like, because the rest of our coverage, frankly, is going to be shows and it's going to be parties. We're just going to be out at all the parties later on today. There you go. So, as I was mentioning before about you don't need a badge to get in, that's your access point, because where we're going is where all the panels are, right? So, that you can get in and go over and hang out in that lobby area that we were in earlier where the flash mob happened. But then once you want to actually go up to the panels upstairs, you've got restricted access. You've got to have your badge out. Also, while we're riding the escalator, I want to thank Squarespace at squarespace.com. Fast and easy way to publish a high-quality website or blog. I haven't yet seen if there is an actual Tom and Brian talk a long time about Squarespace blog, but I kind of hope there is. But Squarespace is an easy way to start a blog. You don't have to be a CSS expert, but if you are, you can actually make your own CSS code. You can use it to create a beautiful website, whether you're a beginner or an expert, because they have a drag and drop functionality to put in widgets, put in Flickr, put in Twitter, all of that kind of thing. So go check it out, squarespace.com. You can try it for free for 14 days, no credit card required. You can import your old blog, see what it looks like. You can export your data out. If you use Squarespace for a while and you decide to move on, they don't lock you in. So try it out, squarespace.com. We thank them for their support of our live coverage of South by Southwest right here in Austin, Texas. All right, yeah, so big news. This is what I was alluding to earlier. Thanks for the link, Eric Duckman. Josh Topolsky leaving Engadget. He wrote, "Hello, I must be going," on the Engadget website. After nearly 4 years of Engadget, it's time to make my exit. There are things I'm after and challenges I want to take on that just don't fit with my day-to-day schedule. It doesn't take this lightly. Seems like a typical goodbye letter. I'm reading it right now. And someone else is telling me that Nilay Patel also possibly leaving. He's saying goodbye. He's worked with great people. Hard to sum up with the experience. Engadget is going to keep doing what it does best. We have an amazing staff. I'm shuffling over towards the door till we meet again. So goodbye, Josh Topolsky. And apparently, Nilay, many people are saying in the chat room as well. That's huge. We'll obviously going to talk about this on Tech News Today tomorrow, which, if you don't know, we're doing a Sunday version of Tech News Today. It'll be at 4 o'clock live from South by Southwest. If you're in Austin, you don't have to have a badge. You can come by and see us at Momo's. We only have close to 400 capacity, so if it does get filled up, you might have to wait in line. So you might want to get there a little early. But, yeah, Engadget's top editors, Nilay Patel and Josh Topolsky, departing. I don't know if they have plans. I haven't heard what they're going to do next, but I will try to dig into that and get you an answer for Tech News Today tomorrow. No WebEx. As far as I know, he's not coming to work at TWiT. But then maybe Leo didn't tell me. Who knows? Tech News Today will not be called Tech News Tomorrow because we're doing it tomorrow when it will be today. So by the time we do it, Tech News Tomorrow will be Tech News Today. And then when you will listen to it on Monday, it will be Tech News Yesterday. But we still just call it Tech News Today because, frankly, it gets confusing otherwise. All right, let's take a look here. There's some book readings that happen here. There's all kinds of panels that happen here. There's a bookstore. Lots of authors come and give talks, give panels, and share their wisdom, share what they've got going on. It looks like there's some whiteboarding that happened. You may recognize the work here of what's the name? Image Think. Yeah. This was probably going on during the panel, so this is a way to come if you missed a panel to kind of catch up on what was talked about. They do a lot of innovative things like that here at South. They try to change the way they do things and try different things. Like here we go. I mean, the bookstore. But you see a panelist, you like their book. Let's say you want to buy it, you don't have to go on Amazon necessarily. You can come out here and grab it. Just a lot going on here, including a smoking deck. They have everything. If you catch on fire, you just walk out there, smoke away. Not a problem. Guy didn't want to be on camera. All right, let's see what's on the keynote. They have keynotes go on in the main here. This is Tony Schwartz, Majora Carter. I know, I believe Felicia Day is giving a keynote. That one's not listed up here. But Topolsky's joining Charlie Sheen. And might replace Regis. We don't know, but it's all possible because we don't know. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for our first look at live coverage at South by Southwest. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks for plowing away through the flash mob, and thanks for watching. We'll go into some reruns here. Those of you who are like, rather see the Apple Store stuff, maybe we'll rerun the Apple Store stuff for you, but we will be back at 9 o'clock Central Time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern and 7 o'clock Pacific Time, with live coverage of the parties. And what we're going to do, myself and Sarah Lane, and then hopefully Brian Brushwood will catch up with us later, are going to be Team 1. Actually, I think we're Team 2. The B team. Out with the standard def live view, looking at parties. And then the A team, Leo Laporte and Lisa Bettany, will also be out with the HD live view, looking at parties. And we're going to go about a half hour each. So Leo and Lisa will go to a party. They'll hang out for a half hour. They'll talk to people. They'll walk around. And they'll toss it to us. And we'll be at a party. We'll hang out and talk to people. While we're doing that, they'll go to the next one. And so you'll get a slice of every party that's happening in Austin tonight. In fact, if you're in Austin, don't leave the house. You don't need to. Get your favorite beverage. It doesn't even have to be alcoholic. It could be a nice tea or cocoa. And then cuddle up by the internet and sit back and enjoy every party in Austin. And then the next day, people say, oh, did you go to South by Southwest? Like, oh, yeah, I hit the Foursquare party and the Live Dignation. I think there was some other weird party that nobody knew about that Leo got me into. And you can impress everyone because you'll see everything by watching our live stream. So check it out. Coming up at 7 Pacific. 10 Eastern. Our continuing live coverage of South by Southwest continues. Thanks to FreshBooks.com for helping to bring this to us. Thanks to Squarespace.com for helping to bring this to you, not to us. And thanks to LiveView for making it possible to stream this to you. I'm Tom Merritt. I'll see you later.